What is going on? I am Anon Moose. We are here on the main base with the squeaky chair in the background. Used to be the squeaky desk, now got the squeaky chair. I'm sitting at my in-laws' house working at the dining room table. Anyways, that's irrelevant. More importantly, we've got what looks like a sneak peek, a teaser for a new troop. Now, will this be a prototype troop? Will it be a regular troop? Will it start out in warships? Speaking of warships, we'll get into some 5-engine room goodness in a minute, but where I got this information is if you watch the Boom Beach YouTube channel, deep down, there is this right here, and if you look right there, it says mech. Now, what is a mech? A mech is something from anime, from video games, all sorts of goodness comes from the term mecha, which anyways, all sorts of stuff there. I'm very curious. That could not have been by accident. They like to sneak those kind of things in there, so I don't have any kind of gameplay for you. Sorry if you feel like this is clickbait or something like that, but I noticed it. I wanted to put it out there, see what you guys thought it would look like, see if you think it's going to be warships only or for the main base. Start the speculation. And that's all this is speculation. I apologize if you thought I was going to have gameplay or something like that. Anyways, this is my 5-engine room base. You can see I don't have mines, I don't have sniper towers, I don't have choice nodes, I don't have troop health, I don't have other choice nodes, I don't have gunboat energy, I don't have shock mines, I don't have boom mines. I don't have a lot. I also don't have sky shields, probably should switch to a sky shield. We'll look at that later on. But I do have maxed artillery. I went back for that. I got maxed barrage up here. And we're doing fairly okay. I was a little bit nervous moving to 5-engine rooms because I don't have basically anything, but we're still managing to win. I'm mixing some Zookas in. I think that's a mistake probably, but I maxed Zookas on this account. This account I managed to get to gold using just rifles and Zookas. Let's show you some fails. We're going to have to get warmed up here. I have done 0 warships hits so far, but what we need to do here is basically just walk up and blow things up. It's that straightforward with all of this kind of goodness. That's all we're going to do is we're going to ignore basically everything. I'm going to barrage this engine room over here. I am so ridiculously bad at this that I don't know how many artilleries, how many barrages I need, anything like that. So we're just going to let our troops walk through everything, doing full clear. And I'm just going to keep throwing gunboat energy on this left-hand side engine room, and it's that simple. Like, we don't need any sort of style, we don't need any sort of skill, we just need to concentrate completely and utterly on throwing out battle orders and throwing out barrages. It's the B's and the B's. Brick, battle orders, barrages is all you need for 5-engine rooms just to get started, and then we're going to throw a flare, throw that last artillery, and that basically should get us into here to get this last engine room down. We're going to get 5 engine rooms down in about 3 minutes, 3 seconds, and that is all you really need. Like, it's this weird situation. I came to 5 engine rooms, I assumed I was going to get my butt kicked, and then I just kept winning. So 5 engine rooms, not nearly as scary as I thought it was going to be. Things are far spread out. 4 engine rooms is going to be this like massacre of troops where there's going to be people just loading up on defenses. People are going to go and get all these choice nodes. They're going to go up here and get the rocket launchers. It's just going to be fully compressed. So I figured with one of these accounts, let's get the heck out of 4 engine rooms. And so far it's been great. My other account is in 4 and it's doing okay, but it's not doing great, to be honest. So let's keep going. We're going to drop here, and then we're going to go all of our troops over on this side. And again, just barraging battle orders and brick. There's just so many Bs that are working well this season for warships, and there's not a lot to it. I mean, I am going to shock that hot pot, but someone on my YouTube channel pointed out that you really don't need to shock anything else. Everything else will basically just take care of itself. Just shock hot pots and focus on battle orders. Only needed 1 shock there. Everything else is going to keep moving forward. Just ignore shocks. Use battle orders and barrage and ignore shocks. Your clone riflemen are going to take care of themselves. I don't really feel like my Zookas are doing anything of use, but it I really don't know. If you feel like Zookas are helping you, I would love to hear about it, but I really kind of doubt that they are. So battle orders going to be better, but as you see here, we're going to lose simply because I wasted too much gunboat energy and probably should have come from the other pathway. Coming up the left-hand side is typically much, much slower because they have to walk farther. So this is going to be a loss, but at least we started with a win. So coming up this left side tends to be a bit slower simply because that ramp is steeper and longer and all that sort of junk. So Star Killer Base killed my base. I don't have anything else to talk about that mech. Like, I wish I had details. I assume it's going to be like this. A mech, by the way, is like a walking humanoid robot. It's not. It's, you know what? Let's get rid of that. And so will there be like a rifleman in it? Will it shoot rockets? Like, will it be like a walking rocket launcher, perhaps? Really, really have no clue whatsoever. So at this point, which way do I think I'm going to go like this and like this. We're still going to use 2 ramps. I really, really do like using 2 ramps. I feel like that's the best use of our troops. But we're going to have to balance things. Going to let those left-hand side rifles just stand out front and die as we barrage things. I do think that I'm using not enough battle orders and too many barrages. So just trying to find that balance. If you know exactly how many artilleries, exactly how many barrages I need to throw for the optimal takedown, please do let me know, because I am far, far too lazy at the moment to look that up. We are running into some shock launchers, as you can see there, which I find to be very, very interesting. Shock launchers are going to be a difference maker in the future, but I feel like they're not quite there yet, simply because our clone riflemen are going to stick around and they're going to do all sorts of good stuff by just being fodder for those shock launchers. So down 3 minutes, 6 seconds, pretty good. I mean, that's about the time you're seeing on 4 engine rooms, and we're getting that for 5 engine rooms. So Naka Kobik Nika. It's going to be a close brace here, but I think that because they flared that, they're going for all heavies. I haven't seen all heavies in a long, long while, so good for them for trying different metas. All heavies was great in the early season. At 4 engine rooms, if you bring all heavies, you can actually pull out quite a few wins. This person lost brick, which is going to slow them down. But against those bases like mine that don't have any shock mines, don't have a lot of defenses, all heavies are a great option. So this person didn't do so well with them, but don't sleep on old troop. You get so stuck in a meta and you just forget about the old ones. So that's one thing that I try my bestest not to do, because it's a bad thing. Like, you forget all about the old troops. So at certain points of the season, just revisit, think, and rethink about different troop metas. I know I'm extremely guilty of this. I forget all about some troops. This one looks like it should be very, very fast to take down. We're going to go 1, we're going to go 2, and then we're going to go all the way over in here. And battle orders just like crazy. Hopefully these guys stay down low. Yes, they are. And then we're going to use all sorts of gunboat energy on here. Now, this is where I start to make mistakes. Like, should we be using artillery, or should we just battle orders and race over there? Let me know in the comments if you think I should have just used battle orders and ignored everything else, because it feels like a lot of times I'm using too many artilleries, too many barrages, and not enough battle orders. I just trying to find that balance between battle orders, and we're not going to get this down, I don't think, in quite as fast as I thought we would. Partially because I think I should have just used all sorts of battle orders and rushed over there. So trying to find that balance, and I just can't seem to get it. So if you have found the perfect balance, I think using extra battle orders. Oh no, I forgot to get rid of this one. Oh, gross, gross, gross. Mistakes. I figured for sure that these bombardiers would have got rid of that bottom engine room by now, and as a result, Redcorn's going to pull out the victory. I'm 90. Yeah, just awful. That base should have been like 312, 315, something like that, and then I just make dumb mistakes. So this base is not one you want to copy. I think I say that every video. And by the way, speaking of bases you do want to copy, I'm just going to pause here. I'll come back with my other account very, very briefly. Let's just quickly pause here. One thing I can't stress enough is don't be lazy. I copied someone else's base, someone off the Canadian leaderboard. Let me just see if I can figure out who you were, because I copied them and I enjoyed it. Who the heck was it? I don't remember, to be honest. Oh, huge shutdown. I copied this person's warship. And as soon as I built an actual warships base, people spend so much time on these things, so much attention to detail. And thank you, huge shutdown, if you're out there. Copied your base, instantly won like 4 or 5 in a row, something like that. Then I managed to lose 4 or 5 in a row. That's kind of my warship season right there. But don't be lazy. Copy someone's base or make your own base, and you will have huge success. Huge shutdown, anyways. So yeah, that's my only tip to you, is could make a good base. You will not regret it. I am very, very guilty of that. This is my tech tree on this one, in case you're curious. Lots of defenses. I went back and got some mortars here. I got some sniper towers. I got some mines. I'm going to get boom mines next, basically loading up at the 4 engine room level, just for something different to do. I've got the 5 engine room, and that one's going to keep pushing on to 6 and 7 and all that sort of stuff. This one's going to be a bit slower, simply because I have all of this stuff. So sitting at about the same tier with drastically different warships, and I really do appreciate that about warships. You can play the game in so many different ways. So is the mech going to come to the regular base, or is it going to come to warships? My guess would be it would be in Warships Season 14. Maybe they'll call it mech for the name. Please, Supercell, have a name for every season from now on. Really do appreciate that about it's the small details. I know I focus on the small details, but I know there are other people out there like me that do the same thing. Anyways, that's it for me. Today is August the 11th. This was Warships, and hopefully the 5 engine room meta gave you some ideas, gives you some confidence to move from 4 up to 5, and hopefully we can see more about that mech details soon, assuming there are some. It might just be a typo and they wanted to get some hype and they thought no one would notice. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm Zedmont. As always, keep booming those beaches. Thank you for coming in. Hit me up in the comments, like, share, subscribe, all that sort of junk. I shall talk to you soon. Here's a list of all my Patreons that make this channel possible. Thanks for coming in. Peace.